I want to tell you the story about how my mom had to help me pack orders for my clothing brand. About $70,000 worth of orders, just me and my mom in a room together packing orders. I want to tell you this story because there's a huge lesson in here, which is that the front end of your clothing brand, meaning the customer-facing side of your brand, like your website and your social media, looks completely different than the back end of your business, which is usually a lot more messy. So what I hope that this story does is it just gives you a glimpse into how messy it was for me, and just a little bit of this story allows you to feel a little bit more comfortable about making some mistakes and just being a little bit sloppy within your own brand as you're trying to figure things out and as you're trying to grow. So just sit back, relax, chill, and enjoy. Now, I don't know if you knew this already, but Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. You post a project on Design Crowd, amazing designers from all around the world are going to compete for your project. You choose the winner, then you get that design plus revisions. I've literally sold thousands of these designs on my website, and I got them all made through Design Crowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, or just use the discount code apparel when you post a project on Design Crowd. So I'm going to lay out this story for you, and then I'm going to hopefully drop some value bombs on you at the end of this video too, just pulling out some of the lessons. Imagine this. It's COVID. I decide that I don't want to live on the East Coast of Canada anymore. I want to move to the West Coast because I was just sick of the East Coast and I just wanted to shake things up. Black Friday is about to hit. It's November. And I'm currently running the entire clothing brand out of my condo that's pretty close to Toronto. But since I told my landlord that I wasn't going to live there anymore and that I wanted to move, I had to basically move for December 1st. But anybody who's been through Black Friday before knows that you usually run the sale for about a week, and it usually tends to go into the first couple days of December. So I'm thinking like, oh my God, I've got Black Friday coming up. And I've got to ship out all of these orders for my brand because Black Friday just kept getting better and better and better. And I was like, I knew I was just going to smash it this year. And I'm like, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to fulfill all of these orders, what I'm going to do with the inventory, where's the inventory going to go? So literally, I had to ask my parents if I could take the entire clothing brand, like in a U-Haul truck, all of the inventory, and drive it over to their house so that I could run the clothing brand out of their basement for a couple of weeks, just to pack and fulfill all of the orders for Black Friday, before then also loading up the U-Haul with all of the inventory that I had so that I could drive it to the West Coast of Canada where I was going to move. And for me at this point, it wasn't like Black Friday was some little thing. It wasn't like $1,000 or $2,000 were going to come in. It was like $70,000 worth of orders in like 5 or 6 days. So I knew that it was just going to be a ton of work. I would have had to have help to pack the orders and to get them all out on time in order to get them before Christmas. What's funny about this is that in the ads that I'm running, to everybody that's seeing the ads, they're just like, oh, K-Bud's running as usual. All of the social media looks really clean. The emails are still coming in. Like the email marketing is still on point. Meanwhile, I've like loaded this U-Haul truck with hoodies that are wrapped in saran wrap so they don't get dirty. And I'm like frantically trying to move out of this condo. And it's literally just a show. I'm building racks in the basement just to hold all the inventory and organize everything because there's a lot of inventory. My back is like falling apart because I've carried all of these boxes, like dozens and dozens of boxes of hoodies and t-shirts into their basement just to fulfill these orders. And long story short, throughout all of this, I ended up smashing. Like I had a huge month. It was the best month I had for my clothing brand. And I had to get my mom to help me pack orders for my brand. So like literally for entire evenings, it was just me and her in the basement, listening to music, packing and fulfilling orders. And like while we're doing this, the whole basement is just covered in orders. There's orders all over the couches. I'm printing labels. There's like labels all over the place. It was just completely unorganized and complete chaos. But honestly, when I think back on my clothing brand journey and I go, man, that was like one of the craziest weeks, one of the craziest times of my entire clothing brand's life. And it was honestly so much fun and I learned so much and it was just one of those like amazing experiences that you'll just never forget. Now, what's the point of this story? The point of this story is that if you go to Sport Check, the store looks really organized. All of the shelves are really nice. All of the clothing is hung up on the clothes hangers really nice. The shoes are all completely organized with their little beautiful shoe holders. But if you ask to go into the back and to see the back of Sport Check, if you want to get a new size for your shoes, it's complete chaos back there. Like behind the scenes of these businesses is a lot messier than what they're showcasing on the front end. And the moral of the story is that this is completely okay. If you find yourself scrambling and you don't feel as professional as you want to feel when it comes to how you're conducting your business and how you're rolling forward, that's oftentimes just an entrepreneur's story, and it's an entrepreneur's journey. Is it ideally better if everything's clean and streamlined and everything's like beautiful? Probably, but most entrepreneurs are scrambling at the beginning and they need to learn through this stuff. So this is one of those things where you can only move forward by failing. You can only move forward by making mistakes and just being a bit scrappy and grinding through some stages. And that's what I went through. And I've done that multiple times in my own business. And this lesson of being okay with making some mistakes and being okay with being scrappy at times doesn't just apply to the back end of your business. It honestly applies to every part of your business. If there are areas of your business right now that you feel you aren't performing well enough in and you feel like you aren't struggling in, did you expect this to be easy? Ask that question. If the answer to that question is no, then you're right where you thought you would be anyway. So there's no surprise here, right? Like all of this is a part of the journey. All of this is a part of what you signed up for. So it's these things that you want to enjoy. And you might ask, like, why is Rob sharing this really weird story that's kind of like making him look bad? It's because I really don't care. Like, I hope that this is a valuable story for you and that you just learn from it, because this is the truth. Like, this is how it was for me. And I get a lot of joy about sharing the true side of business with you, because I feel like there's so much online that is making everybody seem like they've got everything figured out and that everything's nice and easy all the time, and that they never struggle or have any hardships in their business or like make any mistakes. And it's like, all I do is make mistakes like 24/7. I'm just a mistake master, but at the same time, I've gotten to where I am today, and I figured the things out that I have today about clothing brands and how to get results and how to build a website and all this stuff from all of the websites that I built that sucked, from all of the orders that I accidentally sent out wrong, from all of the bad, everything that I did inside of my business. And I just hope that you can just take that general message out of this video and apply it to your business in a huge way. And just hopefully that takes some of the anxiety and stress away from all of this for you, and you can just start enjoying the journey a bit more. I recorded a 100% free clothing brand course for anybody starting up a clothing brand right now. All you have to do to get access is go to freeclothingcourse.com. You can go through it at your own pace, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.